Well, hello and welcome to my channel. I am the Mermaid. I'm so happy that you're here. Get comfortable and let's see what's in the energy today. Well, let me tell you what we'll be talking about is protecting your energy because this Friday is Halloween, okay? And the goblins are out, honey. Hey, those darn goblins. Those darn goblins are out. They're out. They're just they're just doing shenanigans. So how does one recognize if someone is tapping into your energy? Let's say you're just moving along your day and suddenly there's a huge drop in your energy and your focus. Whether you're at work, you're just out and about. Okay, first of all, disclaimer, I am not a medical doctor. If you are on medication, if you're a diabetic, I don't mean you, okay? I mean, whether you're on a different medication or not, if you just have a sudden drop of energy and focus, somebody's usually tugging on your energy. If you have a stream of I don't want to say bad luck, but like that movie, Unfortunate Events. That's a good example. All of those things that were happening, that's a perfect example. Thank you, Spirit. There is that movie with I can't think of the actor, but he was in a coven, a group of intellectuals, of like-minded elite, but he was sabotaging everyone because he wanted some type of notoriety for himself. So he murdered all of the members, and he was able to get guardianship, conservatorship over those children, and he was doing everything he could. Oh, he wanted their inheritance. Thank you, Spirit. But he didn't get it, did he? No, he didn't. Didn't get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never get it. So that's what it's about. Somebody wanting something that does not belong to them and failing miserably. But yeah, so tugging at your energy, a drop in focus, unfortunate events, um, they could be doing beauty spells. All of a sudden, you start breaking out. Not to say, okay, again, I'm not a medical doctor, disclaimer, but if you're beginning perimenopause, by the way, you might have hormonal acne. I know it's horrible, but it happens. Not those isolated events. I'm talking about things just start you're just having a stream of they seem weird and isolated, so that you don't detect that there's a pattern of behavior. What can you do? What can we do? I'm about to tell you. Mermaid's on it today. All right, I've actually shown this before. If you have a bag, any type of bag, as a matter of fact, you want something breathable, but I'm gonna tell you, it's your intention. If you only have one of those plastic zippies, sandwich bags or something like that, then go. I have so many of these. I mean, witchy people, we have so many of these things. It's just what it is. I have this one. I got that one. But get your bag. Get a bag because this is like I call it a salt gris. This will be your gris. You want one in your car? You want one by your front door. And you also want one in your, my nose is itching, so that means Spirit has a message and somebody's talking about me. That's okay, baby. Go ahead. You're going, in the bedroom, you could do it a little prettier. I don't have my little container here, but basically you're making a salt bowl, but I turn it into a gree bag. You're going to, this is regular salt. Sometimes I put just a pinch of Himalayan. If you don't have it, it's not a problem. You just pour as much as you want. Some people fill their bag all the way up. I don't see that as necessary, but you pour some salt into a bag. Hopefully you do have a crystal. I put a rose quartz, a clear quartz, and an amethyst, like so. Isn't this beautiful? Look at my amethyst and clear quartz necklace. Actually, it's a pendant that I just put on one of my... Okay, and then you'll hang this, you know, in your car. You can put it under your seat, put it in your glove. If you have a console, not with your drink console, but if you have something else, yeah, just put one in your car and put one by your front door. You can put it, well, if you have kids, just find a spot when your pets or the kids won't get into it. Or more than that, if somebody comes to your house, they can't see it. So you put it somewhere that's close enough to the front door that people can't detect it, okay? But in your bedroom, get a cute glass dish or ceramic dish, and you can put the salt in it with your crystals, okay? And what that does is it blocks negative energy. I don't know if you've seen the wonderfully done TV series Sleepy Hollow, but the demon wanted to enter the house, but the priest, a good priest, had put and he prayed salt outside the front door, and the demon couldn't enter. He had to trick, just like in that movie, but I haven't seen it with Michael J. The guy from Wakanda, I can't think of his name right now. But he had to trick the man to gain entrance. He says, oh, why don't you get rid of that salt for me? He's like, okay. The priest should have told him. Again, communication is very important. What can enhance this as well is to add a green herb. What's good to add if you have it, and these should all be dried. Ooh. You could add sage. You could add cedar. You could add basil and rosemary. Actually, that's a great mix. Take some rosemary, some basil, and some sage. You might get, you know what? If you go and get that, make sure there's no salt in it or anything else. But what is it? Is it called the turkey seasoning? It might have marjoram, which is even better. So marjoram, basil, it has all the herbs that are great for protection. Just do 2 pinches and put in here. And make a salt bowl. As a matter of fact, I'll probably make a link, the salt bowl video that I've made in the past. And the Spirit is telling me, similar to King of the Hill, when they asked John Redcorn if he celebrated Thanksgiving, he said, my people did once. I call it, it's not my word, thanks-taking. It's thanks-taking. You see my beautiful blanket behind me. I'm a member of the Apache Nation, but anywho, the herbs, Spirit wants me to say, the herbs that are used traditionally in North America, and North America consists of 3 countries. We have, our neighbors, Canada, United States, and then you have Mexico. All 3 countries comprise North America. A lot of people think the U.S. is North America by itself. No, it's not. But anyway, the marjoram, the sage, those herbs were shared with the pilgrims, and it wasn't turkey. In what was it? It was probably quail, or it was another bird, but it was poultry. Native Americans used to celebrate their at that time, when they introduced the pilgrims to, sharing and giving thanks. That's where the word Thanksgiving comes from. Even though the pilgrims were, I don't know which religion, Christian, but the Native Americans taught them about gratitude and making food and sharing with your neighbor. Even though they were Christian, that wasn't it wasn't a normal concept to them. So they learned about gratitude. They learned about seasoning their food. Have mercy. And even though they still resist, seasoning their food, using herbs, sharing their abundance with their neighbors and their friends. It didn't turn out well for my people. But yeah, the Halloween is coming up, and I'm rambling a little bit, but okay, let me bring it home. People around you, unbeknownst to you, that are your sworn enemies. There are so many people around us that we work with, God forbid that we even sleep with, that are in groups that work together to siphon energy and steal from the people that love them. They're like, well, if you're weak enough to love me, I'm gonna set you up. Don't become victimized. If you feel, keep some salt around you. Stay prayed up. Watch your food and drink. But in general, but specifically this week, Halloween party where? Halloween party who? And if you're invited to any type of festivity where it's like an all-white party, or especially if it's an industry party and it's this all-white party, I said it before, white represents death. That's why a lot of these industries love white parties, because not everybody gets out and not everybody goes home. Okay? That's all I have for this video. I don't think I pulled any cards. Let's pull 3 tarot and then we'll get off of here, okay? 3 tarot. On the bottom is 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's working hard. They're watching you. I always feel like somebody's watching me. I ain't got no privacy. Whoa, I always feel like somebody's watching me. It's a water sign, reversed. This is a cold-hearted snake. Okay, they're heartless. From your past, baby. From your past. Okay? What's on the bottom? That's mad because they can't. Okay, Mom. And our final card. They're mad. They're up all night because they can't get to you. And you never will. Never gonna get it. That's why I keep hearing, never gonna get it, never get it. Never gonna. So this is this is 5 of Wands. But it was reversed, and I'm so happy. You're standing, let's put it here. You're standing your ground. You're standing your ground, and you're putting up a fight. They thought they had you, baby, but you set their shit on fire. Looky here, looky here. They thought you were lit. Ooh, who's gonna do that to an empress? You crazy. She's like, yeah, let him come. I'm gonna bust his head open till the white meat. Ooh. Yes. Anywho, that is the reading. Stand your ground, use your intuition. Oh, and another way, let's use salt all week. Every day this week, I'm recording on Sunday. I will upload it in a couple of days take a salt bath every day, a spiritual bath. Okay? Go and get some Epsom salts. Okay? And a bag of Himalayan. You only need a handful of Himalayan, okay, or half. And if you don't have a tub, then get a basin and do your spiritual bath. And how do you take a spiritual bath? You take a regular shower, and then you do your spiritual bath because you don't rinse it off. Yes. So shower like you normally will, and then do your spiritual bath. Okay, and then for some people that don't even have a basin, or what, if you don't have because everyone's situation is different, then you can do a foot bath with the Epsom salts and the Himalayan salts. And when you come in from outside, which is a normal practice you should have a bowl of salt by your sink, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in your bedroom, you know, the master bath, whatever. And when you come home and you wash your hand, add some salt to that and wash away whatever energies you may have brought with you. Okay? We have to stay safe in these spiritual streets. I am the Mermaid, and I will be back. If you're interested in any of the services that I offer, my information is listed below in the description box. Stay up, because we will never be victims of anyone. Take care.